Okay, let's get going here. We're doing the chapter 1 review. We're going to write the powers as a product of the same factor. So this is 5 to the 5th. We just have to break this down into 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Here's your base, and the exponent tells you how many times you're going to multiply 5 by itself. So in this one, the base is 3, and we're going to multiply it by itself 4 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. All right, now we're just going to write these in exponential form. So now the base is 7, and there's 2 of them. So we're just kind of going backwards. There's 9, and there's 4 of them. All right, finally we're going to evaluate. So we need to find out what 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals. You could put it into the calculator. I just do it like this. Break it down. These 2 times 2 is 4. This 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. This is 6 to the 3rd. So you have 6 times 6 here, which is 36, and you take it times 6 once more. That should be equal to 216. Okay, on this one we have to do the order of operations. So first we'll have to do, I'll just write over here, here's the PEMDAS. Remember, whichever comes first, multiplication or division, we do. And whichever comes first, we do the addition or subtraction first in the line. So this is 20, we're in the parentheses, divided by 2 times 3 minus 3 squared. So I did my parentheses. I do have an exponent here, so I'll have to do that. 20 divided by 2 times 3 minus, that's 9, not 6, it's 3 times 3. And let's see, now we've got division comes before multiplication, so we do that. 10 times 3 minus 9, this is 30, minus 9, that looks like 21 for our total there. And here, this would be, there's no parentheses, we have an exponent, so 7 times 7 is 49, minus 12, divided by 4 plus 12. We have no more exponents, we have division in the middle, so 49 minus 12 divided by 4 is 3 plus 12. And let's see, we've got 49 minus 3 is 46, plus 12, so we have 58 there. Okay, I'm just going to slide this up, matching the properties in their examples. So 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3. These are just moving them around, so this has to be the commutative property. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we just moved the parentheses, so this is going to be the associative property. Come on down here, we've got the associative property. This is 4 times 0, so that's just anything times 0. That is going to be the 0 property of multiplication. This one here is 7 times 1 is 7, so that's just anything you multiply by itself. So that one, I'm going to bring it over here. This is going to be the identity property of multiplication. 3 times 4 times 3 times 4 times 5, or 4 plus 5. See how that I distributed that out? There's the 3 times 4 plus the 3 times 5. That's the distributive property, so I can go straight up with that, dude. And what's left? 4 plus 0 is 4. Let's go all the way around and hook that to the identity property of addition. Okay? I don't care how you connect those. All right. Here we got, we have to rewrite these expressions using the distributive property. So I'm just going to go from one set of parentheses to 2. So here's my 3 times 5. I'm going to use the dot for multiplication. And we'll add that to 3 times 2. Okay. This one here, we've got 8 times 5 minus 8 times 3. So we're going to rewrite that with one set of parentheses. We've got the 8 that repeats there. So here's the 8 times 5. So I'll put the 5 here. And there's the 3. And then we're going to subtract. Let me just double check. 8 times 5. And 8 times 3. Good. I'm going to rewrite it over here a little bit. Move that 8 a little closer. Sorry. That should be a little bit closer to the bracket here. Okay, I'll rewrite the following expressions using the commutative property. Commutative property is just remove the numbers around, so I'm just going to flip these guys. And I could have moved the 20 out front too. It doesn't really matter. I notice I didn't move the brackets. Again, commutative property, I'm just going to flip these. Okay, here we have the associative property. So on the associative property, we're just going to move the brackets. So I'm just going to move the brackets to 5 times 20 times 7. And on this one here, just move the brackets here around the 14 plus 6 first. All right, last ones here. I know they're kind of small. Just evaluate these. You can use the properties or not. Let's strike that 2. That 2 should not be on there. Even though, you know what, we'll just leave the 2 on there. Everybody will do it anyway. So all you have to do is you can use the properties of this for this if you want or not. I'm not. I'm just going to do this one here first. I could regroup it if I wanted to and do 5 times 22. But however you want to solve it. So I guess I'll use a property. I'll regroup and I'll do 5 times 22 first. Well, 5 times 100, 5 times 20 would be 100. So 5 times 22 would be, so that would be 110. So this would be 110, and we'll take that times 14. And I could do that in my head, but you probably do it in a calculator, so I will too. So we'll just do this. 5 times 110, sorry, play that, 14 times 110 equals 7,700. Some of you wouldn't even have used the properties, you just put it in straight. 14 times 5 times 22, oops, do that again, 14 times 5 times 22. Houston, we have a problem here. Yeah, it looks like we have a problem here. So let's just do this again. I did 5 times 22. 5 times 22 is 110. And we're going to take that times 14 times, I think I forgot to clear the calculator. There's 1540. And if I would have done it the other way, just not without the properties, 14 times 5 times 22, and there's our 1540. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Should have cleared the calculator. All right, and then this one here, I guess I would rewrite this one as 86 plus 14. That's going to give me 100 plus the 29 equals 129. And if you want to, you could have just run that. You didn't have to use the properties. It always says you may. So let's just do 86 plus 29 plus 14. And there's your 129 again if you just did it straight up. All right, thanks for listening.